Kamala, and I'm calling you Kamala because for all of those who are mispronouncing it, I want you all to know how to say it.
So Kamala la-di-dee-doo, zippity-doo-bop has gone on a spree of interviews because her campaign is failing and her support is exponentially dropping. But this is a mistake for her. If she wants to lose less, I would recommend her not do any interviews because she is not a likable person and she never knows what she's talking about. This time she went on The View, and if you're wondering, she cackled, word saladed, and made major hiccups throughout the entire interview as she usually does. Take a listen. And yes, my voice is sick, so frig off.
Let's talk about something you would do different from Donald Trump. Right now, there is a monster storm barreling towards my state of Florida, a place that's still reeling from Hurricane Helene. Trump is lying, claiming that the Biden administration is intentionally withholding aid from the areas where Republicans live and that FEMA funds are being redirected to migrants. Ironically, that is something he did in 2019. What do you think the effect of these lies are, and why is he doing this?
Well, it's profound, and it is the height of irresponsibility and, frankly, callousness. So lives are literally at stake right now. I traveled to Georgia and to North Carolina after Hurricane Helene. In Georgia, I met a woman who...
Okay, no one cares about your fake story. How about she then explains why on the website of FEMA they provide financial support to non-citizen migrants? They can't complain about funding if they are the very reason why there are no funds. Stop lying, you dolt. Then Joy Reid asked Kamala, why are people voting for Trump? She is so dumb that she couldn't even think of an answer to this, so of course she had to lie.
People are saying this could be the closest election in a century. I personally cannot understand why anyone would vote for him. A lot of it is, I think, he's getting bad information. People are getting bad information from other channels. But do you have an explanation for this at all?
Well, let me just add to your list. I mean...
We don't listen. It's only an hour's show.
Including, he has said he would terminate the Constitution of the United States.
Yeah.
Well, that's a good one. I could say she's going to flood the country with criminals and start a bunch of wars, and normally that would sound absurd, but she made it possible. And I'm serious, if you thought her responses couldn't get any more dumb, she can't even distinguish herself from Joe Biden. You'd think that'd at least be a rehearsed answer because Biden's policies are unpopular, and if you want to win as a Democrat, you'd want to distance yourself from him. But nope, she couldn't think of anything she would do that is different from him.
Done something differently than President Biden during the past 4 years?
There is not a thing that comes to mind.
Molly, what do you make of that?
I'm surprised, frankly, that she doesn't have more to say about this, given that she and her campaign know that this is one of the main questions that voters have about her.
But here we are. It's like she expects interviewers to hold her hand like Tim Walz did in her first presidential candidate interview. But hey, go feminism. You know it's bad when CNN has to call you out. But while Florida is going to get hit with a Category 5 hurricane, Kamala goes on podcasts like Call Her Daddy to talk about how good abortion is. But one thing Kamala needs to realize is that abortion isn't possible if you're dead. So maybe that will get her to help Ron DeSantis out in Florida to save more lives.